I've been podcasting in some way, shape, or form since about 2017.
Wow. Well, man, you're pretty early too. I would say that was pretty progressive.
So it wasn't during the whole time, but during portions of that time over the last 5 years, I've had different podcasts, whether it was a solo one, whether it was one with my friend. I did one with comedian Jamie Kilstein for about...
Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's same thing. It's just reps, right? I started getting better at it. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I enjoy doing it too. And between those two things, the incremental improvement and the enjoyment of the thing you do, it's a recipe for success. And I'm not saying I'm successful yet, but I feel like I will be in the future because that I've done it in other things. You know what I mean? Like the consistency, the repetition. This is a formula that I'm used to at this point. I'm really enjoying it. But to answer your question, what I'm talking about or the niche I'm in now, I mean, I started doing solo podcasts as well as bringing on guests mostly during the shutdowns in my gym because I had nothing to do. I was literally at the gym for like 6 hours a day doing nothing. Like I caught up on my paperwork and my bills and my taxes real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I was just there like, okay, what am I doing? You know, I got to do something. And between that and just not seeing people anymore, like not interacting with people, I was like, I kind of want to do a podcast just to talk to people, you know? Yeah. And so I started the Because Jitsu podcast that was just branded off of my page and started bringing on jiu-jitsu people from all over the place. And that was fun, but it was also very narrow, I found. Like, if all I was ever talking about was jiu-jitsu, the 20th time I start bringing up arm bars is like, I mean, there's kind of,
as much as you love it. I know. I understand. Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about other things, but it felt like they were being shoehorned into a jiu-jitsu podcast where it's you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I ended up making this vast change at about the middle of February this year, where I rebranded the podcast from the Because Jitsu podcast to Social Disorder. And I wanted to talk about what Drew thinks about major world topics. And whether or not I know shit about them, I'm going to talk about them. And whether or not whether or not I'm supposed to talk about them, I'm going to talk about them anyways. And there's a lot of stuff nowadays that falls into that category. And I feel like that is underrepresented right now, not just because it's dangerous to talk about some things that aren't allowed to be talked about online, but they need to because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. You know,